I'm going into town tonight, Herb.
Okay, Don, but town is 8,000 miles away.
Oh. In that case, don't leave the porch light on.
Okay, but you're going to miss Beakman.
Beakman's on? Mating will just have to wait.
Fact: the average person blinks 25 times a minute. I'm Beakman.
I'm way above average.
And you've just broken into Beakman's world.
Do you want to know what's going on here?
Mr. IQ wants to bob for apples, but we don't have any, so instead he's bobbing for...
Apple sauce.
Phoebe, I need a certain female to read the email.
Michael Hanley from Grand Rapids, Michigan asks, do cats really have 9 lives?
Ah, a cataclysmic question, Michael.
You know, we have a fur ball with all your questions.
In the meantime, in between time, let's get the stats on cats.
Cats are great hunters. And do you know what they like to hunt? Mice and rats.
Yo, Phoebe, let's meet and greet our perfect guest, Miele.
Oh, what a beautiful name. Miele is Italian for honey.
Feline fact: most cats live alone in the wild, while dogs, on the other hand, live and hunt in packs.
As do wild Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts.
Miele is a full-blooded Himalayan cat.
There are almost 50 different breeds of domestic cats.
And here to introduce them to you, our master of ceremonies, a pussycat in his own right, Mr. Tomcat!
Thank you, and welcome to Atlantic City, kitty. All our glamorous cat testants have been having a great time this week, getting ready for their big night. And here they come, the cavalcade of cats.
The always adorable Scottish Fold, the cute and cuddly Copper-eyed White Manx, the ever-popular American Shorthair, the exotic Japanese Bobtail, the Sphinx, voted Miss Cat Geniality, and the always kittenish Russian Blue. They're all winners. Put your paws together and give them a big hand. You probably heard domestic cats screeching at night, or hissing, or even snarling.
Well, that's how they communicate to each other.
Small cats chit-chat in many ways, but the two most famous are meowing and purring. Cats meow when they want something. Often a cat's meow, like a human baby's crying, means it's hungry.
And why do cats purr? Scientists don't know, but they do know why cats rub against people's legs. They do it to leave their scent, so other cats will know they've been there.
Guess where I've been?
Like I don't? And when are you gonna answer Mike's question?
Hey! The question was...
Do cats really have 9 lives?
Answer: cats only have 1 life. It's said that cats have 9 lives because they sometimes escape serious injury or death by landing on their feet.
Here's how they do it.
A falling cat twists its head into proper alignment for a safe landing. The spine follows, and then the rear. Our cat gracefully arches its back and lands on its feet. Of course, cats can get hurt when they fall, just as you can. This is one scientific experiment you must never, ever do. Behold, the king of beasts.
Is he a big enough cat for a cynical rat?
You call this flea bag a lion? Why, he wouldn't hide a hair on my filthy lice-ridden head. Just look at him. Why, he's looking at me through the eyes of love.
Lester, perhaps you'd be more terrified of Kimber here if you watch a lion doing what it does best.
Stalking its prey.
The lion can't run as fast as most of the animals it likes to eat, so it has to surprise its prey by stalking, moving slowly, its body close to the ground. The lion creeps closer and closer. When it's about 50 feet away, it springs forward and attacks.
Oh, Beakman. Oh.
Yes, Phoebe?
That was the lioness. A female lion that was doing the hunting. In fact, females do most of the hunting.
Well, maybe the male lion doesn't hunt, but the male man in a rat suit is the most feared hunter on Earth. See that ham and cheese sandwich over there? Slowly I creep, my powerful body tensed, and then...
That was absurd.
Hey, it's a jungle out there, baby. Now say thank you to the nice boy for his cat question.
Thanks to Michael Hanley of Grand Rapids, MI.
Cats have only one life. And then, bye-bye.
Coming up next, the little critters that can live in your hair. Our own dear Lester gets caught in the head lice after this. So stick around.
Beakman's World will be back after these messages. And now, back to Beakman's World.
We're up and running! It's time to unleash your logic. Here he is, the greengrocer of graciousness, the fishmonger of finality, the Donna Pascal of the here and now, the one, the only, the Beakman!
You stop 'em, I'll pop 'em. Let's hurrah!
Houston, we have a problem.
Question! Bobby Reinhofer of Racine, Wisconsin writes, Dear Beakman, do animals ever get sunburned?
Answer? Pigs, like humans, can get sunburned. But unlike us, pigs don't lie in the sun. They seek shade and a cool bath.
Lester's a pig, but he never seeks a bath.
She's got you there, Beakman.
Question? Do Eskimos have refrigerators?
Oh, that's a good one. That is the worst question I have ever heard.
Lester, no question is a bad question.
Oh, tell it to the judge, Beakman. Come on. Oh, honey, could you throw this blubber into the crisper for a minute? Give me a break. I'm sorry. This question slays me.
Answer? Eskimos use refrigerators to keep their food from freezing.
Question. Who's the biggest jerk?
Hold that happy thought, Phoebe, 'cause it's time for a visit with Nurse Phoebe, school nurse.
And remember, Calvin, that nose of yours is not a pencil sharpener. Toodaloo. Excuse me. Hello, young man. Are you the boy with the head lice?
Yes, ma'am. And they're really bothering my fleas.
Now, chin. Every year, millions of children get head lice. Small, wingless insects that only live on human heads. No need to be embarrassed. Off with that cap.
Okay.
I'll just get my magnifying glass.
Is this gonna hurt, nice Phoebe?
Oh, my no! You have more lights than doilies at a grandma convention.
Are you gonna shave my head?
Oh, goodness, no, dear boy. No one's gonna shave his head. But this hat of yours, along with his clothing and pillowcases and hairbrush, will have to be washed out in very hot water so the lice won't move back into his hair.
Well, are you gonna burn the lice off with the lit end of a cigarette?
Oh, heavens, no! What is Mr. Gunther teaching you children in science class? We'll just wash your hair and then apply a pediculicide. Nothing to be afraid of, Sonny. Pediculicide is the scientific word for lice poison. You can buy it at your local pharmacy. We have to leave it on for a few minutes. Now, the knit comb. The knits or lice eggs are stuck to his hair. And you know who has to pick them out by hand? That little old nitpicker, me. There! That should do it. But just to be safe, we'll reapply the pediculicide in a few days. And have your mother and father check everyone in your family. You shouldn't return to school until you're lice-free.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't forget, do be a nitpicker. Don't be a nose picker.
Coming up next, my personal Beakman Bang theory proves our show is Dynamite. You'll get a big bang out of it, so don't go away.
Beakman's world must now take a... And now, back to Beakman's world.
Stop the music! The vacancy light is flashing in my brain.
Check in with a question, please, Phoebe.
Well, here's one from Sylvie and Robbie Roy from Portland, Maine. They ask, what makes dynamite explode?
Aha! Dynamite question, Sylvie and Rob Roy. Dynamite, from the Greek word dynamis, meaning power, is a tool.
And like any tool, you can use it to help the world or hurt the world.
Ow! But before you can understand this stuff, you have to understand this stuff. Nitroglycerin. Where did I put that nitroglycerin? No, I had it somewhere. It's really dangerous stuff. Why, even shaking it can make it explode.
Here it is, Beakman. I found it. Catch! All right, I'll bring it over.
Watch your step, Lester!
Huh?
Do you realize what would have happened if you had dropped that nitroglycerin?
What?
Beakman, good catch.
Thank you. This tiny bit of nitroglycerin could have blown up the whole information center. It has the explosive power to move mountains, to dig tunnels and mines, and excavate foundations for skyscrapers. It even helps create national monuments like Mount Rushmore. And here to do a bang-up job of explaining it to us from 1873.
A real blast from the past.
He may be Swedish, but he's no meatball. Let's blow it up for Mr. Alfred Nobel.
So you're Mr. Nobel?
Yumpin' yimpiny! I can tell you, he's no prize.
Wait, Mr. N, we have lots of questions, like, just what is an explosion?
Good question. Explosion is when something gets really big, really fast. When this little vial of nitroglycerin goes kaboom, it goes from this size to 10,000 times this size in a millionth of a second.
And anything in its way, hey, out of my way, gets pushed out of its way.
Yeah, in a Stockholm minute. This comes in handy when you're trying to clear a tree stump or dig a tunnel.
But isn't nitroglycerin dangerous?
Yeah.
I bet people were always blowing things up that they didn't mean to blow up.
Like themselves.
My great contribution to mankind was that I figured out a way to make nitroglycerin safe to handle.
And thus was born the oven mitt. Hey, thanks, Mr. Nobel. We think you're swell.
Tell me, did your brain recently go blow up in recently?
Well, not that I've noticed, but then I'm very easily distracted. Isn't that Elvis over there?
Hey, baby, you gonna eat that donut?
Anywho, I labored long and hard in my laboratory, searching for something I could mix with the nitroglycerin.
So it wouldn't go a bangy until he wanted it to do.
Yeah. I tried gunpowder. I tried sawdust. I tried brick dust, cement, coal, clay, gypsum bars, but nothing worked. Until I tried this stuff here, Kiesel Goor.
God bless you.
Kiesel Goor.
No. Kiesel Goor.
Goor.
No.
Goor.
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 Yo, sometime today.
Kiesel Goor is a kind of clay made from the fossils of plankton, teeny-weeny algae that drift near the surface of water. Then I carefully mixed the Kiesel Goor with the nitroglycerin.
Look at it.
Mixy. It really is quite fun, eh?
Hey, mind if I try that?
You sure?
Mixy. You're right. It is fun. Mixy.
Anywho, Kiesel Goor is like a sponge. And when it soaks up 3 times its weight in nitroglycerin,
It becomes like honey.
there it is. Oh, don't be such a scaredy fraredy. It's not dangerous now. Look, I can make the bangy on the table. I can hit it with the hammer. Why, I can even flick and pick on it. And it's chitty, won't bangy.
Well, Mr. Nobel, how does it blow up?
The only way to blow it up is to be sticking another easier to explode explosive to it called a blasting cap.
Oh, so when the blasting cap explodes, it makes the stuff explode.
Yeah. And get to this. I can form this putty into any shape I like. A doggy. A bunny. A Swedish meatball. I can even make it into a long cylinder. I can stick into a cardboard tube like this.
Wow, that's dynamite.
Yeah. Well, as we say in the dynamite biz, I got to blow. So there you have it.
Sylvie and Robbie Roy from Portland, Maine.
We answered your question. You can't complain.
What's the greatest honor? A scientist, an author, or a politician can ever win? We'll keep our eyes on the prize, so don't go away.
Beakman's World will be back in a flash. And now, back to Beakman's World.
What's the greatest honor a scientist, writer, or politician can get?
One of these?
No, one of these. The Nobel Prize. Alfred Nobel felt bad that his dynamite had been used as a weapon of war.
So, he left his entire fortune to be given as prizes to people whose work most helps humanity.
And speaking of manatees, I am so hungry I could take one of those lovable giant sea cows out to dinner.
Nice segue, Lester.
Speaking of sea cows, we've got to move along.
Hey, see us next week.
On Beakman's World.
Herb, do you think we'll ever win a Nobel Prize?
Don, didn't you see the mail? We got an envelope that said, "You may already be a winner."
Oh, no.
What's wrong, Don?
I thought it said wiener, and I ate it.
And I ate it. When you do that, turn off the TV.